Hello and welcome to Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich. Playing a little more Starward, Citizen Sleeper, Starward Vector. Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. Anyway, let me put the camera down here. We are in our third cycle. And I'm going to start with our 1-6, I think. Going to Factory Row. And we're going to... Do I even need the 6? I could probably do the 4. Let's use the 6. And we're going to search the row. Trusted supplier. Okay, we finished that. And Factory Row howls you glide through its camp passages. Whatever its many bays and rooms once were, they now serve as containers for industry of every kind, whirring manufacturers precisely engineered components with rapid shifting arms, while scrapers hammer incessantly at bent ship plates. Everywhere you look, there's energy and activity, and for good reason. Hexport itself is built on the derelict fragments of the solar reflector, and even the small amount of energy generated by its remaining mirrors is enough to power a city of machines. It is familiar to you, of course, in a strange, far-off way, because of Dark Side, that place in your memories of it are a muddy haze. It's hard to forget the glint of its hexagonal reflectors, 10 or 20 times more in numbers than Hexport's. That wild, flickering city growing on their back like a tumor. In comparison, Hexport feels provincial, but in Factory Row, you could almost be back in Dark Side. And then you see them, tubes, just like those Serafin wave through your face, the feed lines. You push over the display window and the unit marked Karsten Supply in block capitals cut from the whole plate. There, amongst an angled shelf of oversized ship components is the feed lines, like some large biomechanical tangle of snakes. You slip inside where the sound of Factory Row is a little screen and spot a large figure working on a bench, hunched over, concentrating. It seems she doesn't notice you enter. Hello? A sharp eye glints as the figure looks over his shoulder. This is Karsten. Can I help you? He's acting happy, but unknown to you. Those feed lines, how much? There's a sharp clink as Karsten places his tools and the components against the magnetic plate on the wall. He turns with surprising grace and begins cleaning his hands on the cloth. Those sharp eyes scan you. Karsten's thick-set features do not betray the results of his assessment. Custom built those for a client that never collected. He looks at his hands while he speaks. Checking for stray oil stains. You have one of those MEVs then? He sounds out of the letters in a way you don't recognize as he speaks. You try to recall anything you know about your ship, but memories elude you. Perhaps Serafin should have come back. I think so. Karsten squints a little right. Look, Karsten drifts over to where you are standing and he pulls your head out. For fellow enthusiasts like you, he continues an instinctive manner. Let's say 100 cryo on clean shits. Glances at the feline. 400, let's say, to be precise. 400? 400, Karsten says back, repeating the question without the emphasis. It's expensive, I know. It's a shame, but it's just what they are worth. He screws up his mouth a little into something that might be small. However, I'm more of the bartering type myself, anyway. Barter sounds good, Karsten nods sagely. There's a little favor I need, a crew for. And, well, you look like you might be good fit for. He tucks the cloth away in a pocket and claps his hand. I know of an old Solheim wreck out there. Very old, pre-collapse. It's tucked away in the dead zone, so no one has ever really cut it. He shrugs. Not only that, but Solheim hydraulics have a habit of triggering nasty security protocols when approached by an unfamiliar ship, so it's been left well alone. But a salvager like you with an old Solheim ring, I bet it wouldn't even flinch if it saw you coming, he smiles. I have a special interest, a need for that old tech, all those Solheim ships, and had a data core. Well, I don't care about the accounting report or material ledgers or whatever they kept on the damn thing. I do care about the hardware. So, if I was to find you back here with that data core in your cargo hold, clean cut and complete, well then, I can see my way to doing a straight barter for those feed lines. Karsten pauses, sniffs the air again. You just need the coordinates. Simple as that, he repeats in his monotone way. So, are you interested in the spectator? Because I'm a busy man. I'll do it. All right, then. He holds out a heavy hand for you to shake. As you automatically reach out, he grabs your forearm instead. Karsten pulls you closer, squeezing your arm. Let's keep this one between us, all right? He half smiles, his face huge and close. It's our deal. Before you can respond, he thumbs a little drive in your palm. Those coordinates, and then he lets go of your arm. With that, he swears a wink. You take a moment to gather yourself, and by the time you do, whirling fills the air, Karsten having returned to his workbench. You turn and glide out of Karsten's supply with a growing mix of anxiety and excitement. In the pit of your stomach, the cacophony of factory roll in your ears. A contract. Serafin might even be impressed. You look at the drive in your palm and smile. This could be a route out, you think, of leaving this place behind, in possession of an improved ship, too. Suddenly, a small but firm hand falls on your back. An equally small voice coming with it. Hey, wait up. You turn the passage to see a young woman, her hair waving from the rapid glide. She clearly just came out of it to catch you. She steadies herself using her shoulder. Sorry, she smiles a fat smile. Wanted to catch you. I'm Juni. Her dark eyes flick around her. She knows the portable terminal she carries, something data scrapers call Dex, and her backpack full of components and trailing wires. What's up? Karsten, she starts, still catching breath. He sent me to grab you. She smiles, a flat smile again. Wants me to come with you on that job. Her eyes shoot down the drive on the palm of her hand. She smiles. Why didn't he tell me? She glances back towards Karsten. I guess he forgot. He does that sometimes. She looks sheepishly. Just grab me after you two are done talking. So Karsten's always sending me on things like this. I guess he wants me to help you out. Keep an eye on things because I can be pretty helpful. So he looks around the passage. Should I meet you at the ship and you can tell me when you're ready to go? I'm not sure. She's sure. I mean, you aren't sure when you are leaving. I'm not sure you're coming. She paused. I mean, Karsten said I need to go. She glanced at the direction, and he does pretty bad when people don't do it. Let's see. Okay. She glanced around. Karsten doesn't like waiting, but it's up to you. She pushes off, looking forward to working with you. She calls back as an answer for her. Let her go. You watch her disappear down the passage. Things are getting complicated on her, but at least you have a contract and a way to get the feed lines. Juni clearly works with data based on the gear she was liking her eye, which makes her useful when it comes to pulling out vehicles. But the question is, what does she get out of it, and why didn't Karsten mention her sooner? You consider your options and you head back to the ring. I'm thinking, well, I don't know about the sleeper. Serafin looks nervously out of the rig windows as you finish explaining Karsten's deal as well as Juni's offer to help. If the job was easy, Karsten would have done it himself already. That means there's a catch. He frowns, stares, and there's definitely something going on with this Juni girl. He shakes his head. What choice do we have? What if we could get the cryo together to buy the feed lines? Is that even possible? I found a contract report at the exchange further in the station. He gestures toward Hexwork. We take on a job that might get us some of the way toward buying those feed lines. Plus, even if we do want to take Karsten jobs, a bit of money to get ourselves prepared wouldn't be a bad idea. Fill up on fuel supplies before. Do we have time? Probably not. Without cryo for fuel supplies, we aren't going anywhere anyway. So just look at the contract board, see what you think. While you're at it, you might want to see if you can scare up some freelance crew too. Serafin shrugs. Many hands make light work and all that. Or we stop messing around, we take Karsten's job right now and get it done before we can think twice. It seems like a whole lot of bad options to me. Either way, I still got work to do on the drive. Serafin nods a farewell and heads back to the engine room. Let me know what we decide. For a moment you pause, letting the haze of the plan's idea settle in your mind. Suddenly you curl up, pain shooting along your spine. You grit your teeth, your muscles are tight. Your vision narrows as you squeeze your eyes shut. You feel a shift, as if some connection is broken. It's almost impossible to describe, like you are floating away from your body, bursting, dissolving. There's nothing familiar in the pain, nothing to hold on to. You grit your teeth. Another shift comes and you are back in your body, trembling against the metal wall of the passage. The plane slowly fades, becoming a pulsing throb, then a residual flickering. You flex in zero G, stretching out of tension. There's a strange sensation, distance, that persists beyond the pain, a disconnection between your body and yourself, a flickering numbness that refuses to recede. You wonder if the reboot has done something to your body, or if this is some new sensation you'll have to live with indefinitely. It strikes you that you know so little about the body that houses you. It could be moments away from collapse, or might preserve for countless cycles like this. Persevere. You try to shake off the feeling, pushing your hands against each other until they feel like they're yours again. There's only things you need right now, and it feels like you're running out of fast. Time is anything it's real. You head for the airlock and you go for it. Tutorial. You've unlocked the contract. Open the map screen to view it. Contracts are high-risk, high-reward jobs that you and your crew can take on. Contracts require preparation, care, and seed. You need to gather enough fuel to travel with the contract. Gather as many supplies as you can afford to keep you and your crew going. Look for opportunities to recruit crew and temporarily or permanently help you on a contract. Consider which crew to take carefully. They have different skills and stress resistances. And who you choose can affect the story. Once you are ready, you can select a contract from the map. And then your crew to proceed. That's the payment for the Solheim one. We need fuel we don't have, so we can't even do that at the moment anyway. And there's a contract board with other jobs right here. Conway Station Management have located a Conway signal. There's some concerns. Someone's so close. They're looking for someone to save them. Open contract for exploration where the fee to be paid to receive a quarter's job. So you gotta pay $10 to get a job. Huh. Oh man. And then there's all this other stuff. I'm gonna take a few notes and then we're gonna make some decisions here. Alright, my first thing is I'm gonna see if Karsten, if we can actually talk, see if he's here. And I can't see. I thought maybe we could talk to him and see if Juni was actually sent. I don't think Juni was actually sent by Karsten. I think she is like, he was saying, let's keep this to ourselves, and then, oh look, suddenly this girl shows up. Like somebody that's been keeping an eye on him and is trying to like steal, or she's like somehow related. Explore the docks real quick. Just to get this last high sport connection. As you are gliding across the dock concourse, you hear a scuffle. The noise of raised voices cuts through the conversation, drifting out of dockside shops. Glancing down the alley, you see a huddle of figures shouting back and forth. You spot one man in the middle of the group, surrounded, pushing the others back as they grab at the bag slung over his shoulder. You don't like the way this looks, but then again, Serafin told you to keep your head down. I'm going to cause a distraction, though. Neutral outcome. You look around for something that could break up the fight. You see the thick cooling pipe running down the alley wall. You quickly try to understand the system and choose a valve to start spinning. As you do, the system begins to vent in the sequence down the valley, violent jets randomly bursting into the air. There's a scramble in the alley. You spot the figure who is being attacked drop down into the alley floor. When your vision instantly fills with pale liquid as a jet of coolant jumps out of nearby, missing you but sending you spinning in zero-G. A few moments you manage to steady yourself. As you do, you see clear alley, the assailants have fled, with one figure gliding towards you. I suppose you think that was clever. The man gives you a severe look. You like to break up fights you didn't start? His belt's gonna eat you up. He shifts the large bag on his shoulder. Weightless but unwielding zero-G. I was helping. The man laughs. Well, he shakes his head. Thanks, I guess. He kicks off and drifts past you. He lets the man go, and then after a moment he stops and turns back. He rubs his forehead, looking down and says, "What's your deal anyway? Maybe you're new here. But Hexport is no place for do-gooders. I know what it's like. Get beat up. The man shakes his head. Hexport's got it real rough. It's real rough. Look, let's not hang around, all right? The man pats his chest. I'm Femi, and shoulders one of the bags, pushes it towards you. Make yourself useful. Let's head. You get strapped with the bag over your shoulder and follow him through the dock, gliding past concourse towards the connecting bridges. He cuts down a side passage, looking back to check you are following. Then he stops at a docking bridge connecting the dull green ship with yellow markings. You look out the view window at the odd catamaran-like shape that seemed built from two separate hulls welded together. Symbol crash, she says. You assume that's the ship's name. Femi, you bring in strays? A young woman, Nia, brightly dressed and stretching as she glides, drifts into the passage. She glances at you. No offense. Nia. Femi shakes. This one, he squeezes your shoulder. Help me fend off some Hexport scum while you were busy sunning yourself. Nia raises her eye. I'm sure you could handle them, big brother. Her glib response hides the flash of concern that passes across her face. You can't tell if Fetty noticed. Nia turns to you. Thanks, she smiles, and I'm sorry for my brother. She shoots him a glance, just in general. Nia, enough now. He reaches over and takes the bag you were carrying. He rolls his eye at you. He stays silent. Factory row wouldn't take these, Femi halves the bag. I'm going to load them back up, maybe find use for them. He turns back to you. Thanks for your assist, Sleeper. That's now what I expected. He slaps the button on the bridge door and kicks off along the docking bridge on its way to the symbol crash. He looks at you with raised eyes. I hope my brother was joking, or did you really help him? I tried. Thank you, she looks back to you. My brother needs help more than he admits. It's okay. She realizes, I want to ask you something. She takes a deep breath and gives you a direct look. What is she building up to? Are you looking for crew? She looks away. Sorry to be direct, but you seem like, well, if you're on Hexport, maybe you are with a crew. She says, I mean, maybe you need crew, but maybe you're looking. Why do you ask? He looks back at the shop and then you look. I'll be honest, being on crew with my brother is nice, but he is suffocating me. She frowns at her own bluntness. I'm not a kid anymore, you know, but he still sees me like one. I want to show him I can handle myself. I need experience. I need to run some contracts. She gives you a determined look. What do you say? I'll think about it. I'm a good salvager, all right? You can use me, she smiles. I can spot things, find gaps, ways in. She folds her arms around her chest. I know what I'm doing. Femi taught me well. She glances back to the ship. Just consider it, right? Let me prove myself. Suddenly a shout comes from the ship, echoing down the bench. Femi, he makes both of you nervous. Nia looks in his direction. I should go. She pushes off towards the docking bridge. I'll be waiting. Nia gives you one last glance as she departs, then disappears in the docking bridge, leaving you alone in the passage. New local crew available. That's good. Do we have a point? One skill point available. Alrighty. Let's see. Do I need 4 for that? Is that what it's saying there? One available. It doesn't look like I have anything that costs 1, you know? Yeah. Well, I don't see another thing here, so let's see. Complete contract, board contract, escape Hexport. These are our things. There's not other stuff that we need. Supplies. To get supplies, I'm probably going to have to work a little before we go, even to take the contract. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go. Alright, let's see what we got here. This just pays money. think I'll do that. And then I can go over to the trade hall. Need a fuel. I think we need one more fuel for the trip. I need more money. That's money. That doesn't help me. Warehouse. That's not going to do as good for me. This is the Benz where you just get food, right? Play Stars and Stoker as a space gambler. She played with custom nice chits are stashed in symbol marked cans. Winnings ruthlessly luck based. Oh, that's risky. Oh, we lose for cryo. We're gonna lose our. You know what? I'm gonna use my last 8 cryo to eat. Not what I want to do. Okay, this is getting annoying. I'm trying to here. We're gonna need more money for tomorrow, so we can finish this job thing. 50% neutral. I'm gonna try it. Just lost energy, got no money, did we? Ah, waste of skill. Oh well, back to our ship we go, and we end our cycle. Anyway. How are we doing on dice today? 1-6. Oh, it's a terrible day. Terrible dice. They're really making me struggle for this. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you guys want to see more of Citizen Sleeper, Starward Vector, let me know in the comments. If there's other games on Game Pass or PS Premium, games are free to play, games are on sale, you're interested in, you can write that down in the comments. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. I'll see you guys all next time.